From Todd Frazier making a kid's dreams come true, to fans helping Lou Gehrig complete the iconic Gettysburg Address, these are the best MLB player-fan moments. Going to a Major League Baseball game is always full of surprises. You never know what unique moment you might witness or who you might meet. Take this incredible story from the Cincinnati Reds, for example. Their all-star third baseman, Todd Frazier, was having a killer season back in 2013. He was ranking in the top 6 for home runs and RBI in the National League. But what really put him on the map wasn't just his stats, it was something way cooler. Before one of his at-bats, Red Bat boy Ted Creamer, who was born with Down syndrome, made a simple yet heartfelt request to Frazier. He said, "Come on, hit me a home run, I love you." And guess what? Frazier actually did it. He knocked that ball right over the center field wall. The best part? The celebration with Ted in the dugout afterwards. It was one of those feel-good moments that sticks with you. This wasn't your average interaction between a player and a fan in the stands, but it was equally, if not more, impactful. Now, losing your wallet can be a nightmare, right? Just imagine if you're a pro baseball player with, let's say, a bit more than just a few receipts in there. That's exactly what happened to Melvin B.J. Upton, who played for the Tampa Bay Rays back then. He lost his wallet after it slipped out of his truck in a parking lot. Now, for most people, finding a pro athlete's wallet might feel like hitting the jackpot, but not for Brent Sutton. Instead of taking the wallet, Sutton reached out to Upton on Twitter to return it. They arranged a meeting, and for Sutton's honesty, he got a bat from Upton. Being close to the action at a baseball game can be an electrifying experience, especially for young fans. Take a moment that happened with a young Cleveland Indians fan. There he was, in the heat of the game, probably feeling bold enough to shout out to the players. On this particular day, his target was Miguel Cabrera, the Detroit Tigers' two-time AL MVP. To the kids' surprise, Cabrera didn't just ignore the shouts, he acknowledged them, even offering some praise during the inning. But the real magic came later. Between innings, Cabrera gifted the kid with batting gloves and a bat. On the other side of the country, in 2013, San Diego Padres outfielder Matt Kemp made an incredible impact. After a game against the San Francisco Giants, Kemp had an interaction with Joshua Jones, a young fan battling cancer. Kemp didn't just sign a baseball for Joshua, he went above and beyond. He gave Joshua his game-worn jersey, his hat, and his cleats. This kind of personal gesture is rare and precious. But Kemp wasn't done yet. He arranged for Joshua and his family to come to Los Angeles to watch a Dodgers game. This act of kindness provided Joshua with joy and a respite from his illness, even if just for a short while. Sadly, Joshua passed away later that season, but not before Kemp had given him a truly special memory. In the world of baseball, moments of sheer joy and human connection often stand out more than the game's outcome. One such instance involved a 6-year-old boy named Walter Herbert, known affectionately as Superbubs. He was at a Mets-Reds game on August 31st, right up front where the action was. In a heartwarming turn of events, Joey Votto, Walter's favorite player, hit a home run. But what happened next was even more special. Votto, after his home run, didn't just return to the dugout. He made his way to young Walter, giving him a high five and, in a touching gesture, taking the jersey off his back. Walter, who was battling cancer, lit up with the biggest smile, a sight that resonated with fans worldwide. This interaction led fans to vote for Votto as the winner of the Assurance MLB Award for Best Player Fan Interaction. The Reds, recognizing the impact of this moment, invited Walter back to be an honorary team captain at another game. Sadly, Walter passed away on October 6th after a brave 2-year fight with neuroblastoma. Votto, along with hundreds of others, paid his respects to Walter and his family. In contrast to this heartwarming story, we have the bizarre and somewhat alarming incident involving Kansas City Royals first base coach Tom Gamboa in 2002. Gamboa was rushed onto the field during a game against the Chicago White Sox by 2 fans, a shirtless father-son duo with a history of causing trouble. The father had even called relatives before the game, hinting they should watch. After the incident, one of the attackers claimed they weren't white trash, a statement that certainly raised some eyebrows given their actions. Jeffrey Mayer's name will forever be etched in baseball history for his infamous interference during the 1996 ALCS. As a die-hard Yankee and Derek Jeter fan, young Meyer became part of the game in a way most fans can only dream of. During Game 1, Meyer reached over the right field wall and interfered with a Jeter pop fly, preventing Orioles outfielder Tony Tarasco from potentially making a catch. The umpires controversially ruled it a home run, much to the dismay of the Orioles. Jeter himself acknowledged Meyer's unexpected assist, saying, "I will never forget what he did. It's not every day a fan gets to play a part in their favorite player's home run. Derek Jeter, the legendary Yankee captain, has always had a knack for making a young fan's day at the ballpark. He's known for his thoughtful gestures, often seen on camera picking out a young fan in the crowd and going the extra mile to ensure they receive a baseball. In one memorable moment in Houston, Jeter had to skillfully navigate through a crowd of eager adults to hand a baseball to a young girl wearing a Yankees hat. Another remarkable story involves Jeter's 3,000th hit, a milestone he reached at Yankee Stadium. Christian Lopez of Highland Mills, New York, caught the ball. In an incredible display of generosity and love for the game, Lopez, who was about $100,000 in student loan debt, chose not to sell this valuable piece of baseball history. Instead, he returned the ball to Jeter in exchange for the Yankees tickets and memorabilia valued at around $70,000. This selfless act reflects the true spirit of sportsmanship and fandom. In a similar vein of heartwarming fan interactions, Milwaukee Brewers outfielder Carlos Gomez once gave a young fan, Jordan Hynum, an unforgettable experience. During a game in April 2014, which coincidentally was Carlos Gomez bobblehead day at Miller Park, Gomez embraced Jordan, who was overcome with emotion and began to cry in a touching moment. Gomez later surprised her by offering the chance to throw the first pitch in a subsequent game. Twitter really has its moments of magic, like when it brought together MLB pitcher Jeremy Guthrie and a fan in a truly special way. Back in April 2012, Guthrie, who had just started with the Colorado Rockies, sent out a tweet looking for someone to play catch with. He was new in town and wanted to connect with the locals. Woody Roseland, a cancer survivor and amputee, saw Guthrie's tweet just after getting some good news from his doctor. Roseland, full of enthusiasm, replied, "My man, I'm downtown and have my glove. Let's do this." Next thing you know, he's at Coors Field, having a catch with a major league pitcher. Talk about a tweet turning into an unforgettable experience. But there is only one greatest fan moment in baseball history. Heck, dare I say sports history? It was July 4th, 1939. A day that resonated deeply in the hearts of baseball fans. The world was on the edge of war, and the Great Depression was still a harsh reality. Lou Gehrig, known as the Iron Horse, delivered what's now famously known as baseball's Gettysburg Address. Gehrig, a man more inclined to let his bat do the talking, found himself overwhelmed by the ovation he received from the crowd. He almost didn't speak, but with the crowd chanting his name and Yankees manager Joe McCarthy's encouragement, Gehrig approached home plate. There, he addressed the fans, many of whom adored and admired him, in a speech that has since become a defining moment in the annals of baseball history. So, from fans helping Lou Gehrig complete the iconic Gettysburg Address to Todd Frazier making a kid's dreams come true, these were the best MLB player fan moments.